Wow, that was absolutely stunning. And now you guys understand why exactly people are reaching out to us and relocating right here to Eagle, Idaho. But before I walk you guys through this custom built 5,000 square foot home on the water with an RV bay and a secondary prep kitchen and all the bells and whistles, I'm gonna get in my truck and head down to the community next door called RIVERSTONE and walk you guys through a single level home that's on the river. The price point is only $100,000 difference. However, it's 2,000 square feet smaller. So I want you guys to pay attention and I want you guys to follow along as I walk you through these two amazing homes, both in amazing communities and locations, literally 10 minutes from Costco, 10 minutes to Fred Meyer's, right next to Eagle Island State Park and a stone's throw away to downtown Eagle. You might be asking where Rachel is today. Unfortunately, she's been sick for the last week, so I'm taking the helm this week. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm getting after it right now. All right, here I am in house number one, and this place is an absolute stunner. I'm talking a house that's nearly 3,000 square feet. It's on green space that sits on the Boise River. You got ponds on the side of the house and in front of the house. You have a house that has an RV bay with a 50 amp hookup and a 30 amp hookup. The 50 amper is for EV vehicles. This community is in RIVERSTONE, so you have the pools, you got the ponds, you actually have a pond that you can go paddle boarding on and do recreation. I saw signs all over for the food carts that are coming. So this is a community that's built on bringing the community together. I can't wait to get into this house and show you guys exactly what it has. The sliders out to the exterior of the home are stunning. You got a fireplace out there. You got two dishwashers. You got a butler's pantry with a wine fridge and additional cocktail area if that's what you're into. So I'm gonna spin the camera around. The price point of this house reflects everything that you have in here. Remember, this is house number one. House number two is gonna blow your mind as well. So I'm gonna share with you guys the price point. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the tax rate and the location. The location is number one. You are literally 5 minutes from Costco, 5 minutes to all shopping, 5 minutes to downtown Eagle. You can walk right down to the river, right through your backyard. So location, location, location. Let's spin the camera around. You guys might hear some noise. They're doing some construction today because it is a development. There's plenty of real estate out here. So let's turn it around and let's get into it. So look at this. So you have your RV bay, beautiful front yard landscaping. You got your cased windows, and then you have your secondary driveway over here, which this is probably your primary one. It looks like you have gate entrances into the backyard on both sides, but look at this house. This thing is a stunner. I absolutely love it. This thing speaks to me as the pinnacle, as a staple of high desert living here in Eagle, Idaho. So let's go in the house and see exactly what you got. The first thing I notice is the dramatic high ceilings with the chandeliers. Wow, that is breathtaking, probably 20 feet. And then you cruise right in through the living room, and the first thing that catches my eye is those sliders that lead right out into the backyard, that lead into the green space, that leads down to the river. If I spin to the right here, what are you gonna see? Full height, stone fireplace with these beautiful beamed ceilings. Wow. You got the custom built-ins and cabinets with the glass face. The hardware is probably a rose, I would say. If Rachel was here, she would correct me and tell me exactly what the color is, but I'm old school. Soft close cabinet doors, so they're already winning there. Soft close, look how deep these drawers are. You guys know I love the deep drawers. It goes down to my elbow. Is it soft close? Boom, yep, they won. I can also see that they have central vac throughout the house. So the thing about central vac now is these central vac systems actually pull the hose back into the wall. This one, I don't know if it does it because I see the connector there, so I don't think it does. But they have these touch pads everywhere as well. So if I touch this, you can set your light setting, scenes, shortcuts, so on and so forth. But if I just touch this, look at this. Lights, on. Fan, on. How cool is that? Or you can go old school with the remote. You can see it's got the white oak hardwood floors throughout the entire main floor here. So with the exception of in the bedrooms, but this house is 3 full suites plus an office, nearly 3,000 square feet. You got the dining room. This is all open concept. And if I spin around here, let's see the kitchen. Quartz countertops. Beautiful custom cabinets. 6 top Thermador burners. It's got Thermador appliances throughout the entire house. Look at that. Look at that custom backsplash. Microwave below the countertop line. That is a must if you have kids. Double ovens. If you guys know me and you guys are hitting the high-end price points, you guys must have double ovens. Tell me what you guys think right now down in the comments. If you're spending over $1 million, do you guys expect double ovens? And I might have just given the price point away, but it's neither here nor there. So check this out. When you pull this open, this is another thing that I think should be a staple. You can put your spatulas in there, maybe some knives. Sometimes they have wood blocks in here that you can put knives in. You got this little railing system here. You can put your pots and pans right there in those drawers. Check this out, spice rack. You guys need one of these spice racks? And one of my favorite things, if you're someone that's into cooking and baking, is you have a cabinet that is built for sheet pans. You just stack them right in there. How nice is that? And then you can display your nice dishware right here with these glass cased fronts. And what did we talk about in the last video? The sink, the single bowl sink with the drain, but they put the drain in the middle. So this kitchen, in my opinion, hits every single checks and balance with the exception of this one thing. So if I'm talking about the sink drain, that's the only thing I'm, on, guess what? I think they're winning. Check this out. You can't even see the dishwasher because it's meant, the facing on this matches the cabinets. But if I open this up, boom. You guys, this kitchen is to die for. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys like this? The 6 top burner. And do you like the cooktop, or do you like the oven down below? I'm personally a fan of having the oven down there because if you're cooking, you can cook here while someone else does their baking down there and you're not in each other's way. And Rachel would be happy about this. Look at that vent hood. That thing checks the box. And then right here, that's the refrigerator and freezer down below. But let me show you guys this pantry really quick because this pantry is just an extension of the kitchen. So if you come into this pantry, you guys have all of these big giant built-ins right here. These are all cabinets. If I open one up, you'll see what it looks like in here. Boom, they all look the same. You got more prep. You got another dishwasher and ice maker, woohoo! Another single bowl sink, and check that out. If you're into wine, they have a Thermador wine cellar with a secondary fridge. Who can deny a second fridge? Nobody. And then over here, and I'm gonna show you guys the primary suite in a second, and then I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like because we just showed you guys the entry coming in, but this is how the entry would look as if you're coming straight into the kitchen. So you come right into the mudroom. Straight ahead is the kitchen, the butler's pantry, and then to the left, which connects to the back of the primary suite, is the laundry room. So you got another sink, you got cabinets, hanger, shelves. So let's cruise over here. So I'm gonna take you guys over to the secondary bedrooms real quick, and then I'm gonna take you to the office and then the primary suite, and then I'll show you guys the exterior of the home. So let's cruise over here real quick. So remember, this is 3 full suites. So if I was choosing a room besides the primary suite, it would definitely be this one because it goes to the exterior of the home. You got the fireplace right there. So you could see a TV if you had it mounted on that wall. And then your fence line is right along the edge of that wall. And then that's all green space behind you, which leads down to the river. This bedroom's got a big walk-in closet, as well as the beautiful cabinetry and the walk-in shower with beautiful tiling. The other bedroom, I don't need to go down there, but these are all 10-foot ceilings. I'll show you a quick spin around of what it looks like before I get into the primary. Cased windows out to the front. You can see that there's a pond out there right on the other side of that truck. They will be building another house there, so that will obstruct that view. But over on this side, once again, you got another bedroom. Same setup with the closet, beautiful cabinets, deep bold drawers. And look at that shower walk-in. What do you guys think of that shower walk-in? Could you guys imagine having a room like this when you were kids? If my parents had a house like this, probably get destroyed. So when I come through the powder bathroom, I just wanted to show you guys the tile backsplash in this room. Everything is custom. Everything is custom here. This is a spec house though. You could buy this house right now, and I'll share with you guys the price point here in 1 second as I walk into the primary bedroom. And remember, this is just house number 1. I can't wait to show you guys house number 2. So look at this primary bedroom. Views out to the river and out to the green space. Beautiful beam ceilings, ceiling fan. Look at that wainscoting across the back with those 3 windows. It does not get any better than this in my opinion. So let me zoom in on the river so that you guys can see right there, that's the river. It's actually kind of high right now because we're in the springtime and it's actually like this all year round. Would it flood up to your yard? No, I don't think so. The river was really high last year and we did not get flooded out. So let's go into the primary bathroom. The first thing I noticed right off the bat, this tub, look at that tub. That is definitely built for this house. Look at the configuration. And then the shower. Wow, what do you guys think of that? It's got a door on each side. So then you have double vanities also. So you have the vanity over there and you have the vanity over here. If I was a betting man, that is for the ladies. You guys could sit down, do your makeup. You got the full height mirror. This house did not skip on any feature. And then you got the water closet. The only thing I don't like, I already told you one thing, which was that sink situation. And then this one, these aren't deep drawers. They're only regular height drawers. So if you have a hair product, you're gonna have to put it in this drawer or in this cabinet. And these sinks, in my opinion, look at that, that's my hand. Those sinks are not that deep. So I don't know about that. I would say if you were asking me what those drawbacks are, that would be it, which really we could get over that. But look, they got the towel hangers there right there as you walk in the door. Beautiful tiling in the shower. I love when they put that zero edge drain in there like that. The affinity drains. 2 shower heads. And for the ladies that need to shave their legs there, it's got the little ledge so you can put your foot up on there. These are all the details that we look at, or at least me, after selling all of these homes. I always look and see what features they got and which features they're missing. So if I came into this primary closet, this thing is huge and it's got built-ins everywhere. What do you guys think of the configuration of this closet? It's kind of a unique layout. So what I'm gonna do, remember I told you I'm gonna go, or the laundry room was connected to the primary suite. So when we come right here through the closet, the laundry room is right here on the back side. So when I come right through here, once again, I showed you guys this previously, is those vents are set back so that way you can push your washer and dryer all the way back to the wall. You got your hookups, your outlet, you got cabinets again, built-ins, all the things. But if I cruise right through here, I'm gonna go into the garage and then I'm gonna go into the backyard and then I'm gonna finish this thing up and we'll cruise over to house number 2. But you have your garage door and look, they labeled them RV 2-car, so that way you don't have to guess. If I go over here, you got your 50 amp outlet. Boom. Look, they even put cased windows in the garage. When do you ever see that? I'm just gonna tell you right now, you don't. And then over here, you have your 30 amp plug, RV plug, and they labeled it for you. Everyone always asks, how many extra spots are in the panel? So you'll see lots of extra space. And this the electrical engineer had really good handwriting. So this is for your RV bay. Fully finished garage. This is a lot different than what we showed you guys last time. So I'm gonna cruise to the backyard and I'm coming right out the garage door. So right here, you got your one access point from the exterior. You got your side yard. Look at this exterior painting. What do you guys think about that? They did the batten on the side right there. That's the primary bedroom. But check this out. When I walk straight out into the backyard, this is probably 40 yards to that fence line. So these might be 100 foot wide, maybe 33, 35 foot wide, or maybe 40 foot wide, or sorry, 35 yards frontals. So 100 foot wide. So 100 divided by 3, that would be 33 yards. So yeah, I'm guessing 100 foot wide lots. And then if I just turn the camera, look, this is all green space out here. Everyone has stairs down to the green space, and that's the river. You could literally have the craziest times out here with the kids, with your friends. I'm talking about sports, barbecues, parties, you name it. And if I lived here, I'd be super stoked to live right next to that pond out there. Check out that pond. Some of these ponds in here you can go paddle boarding on. That one, I'm not sure, but you can see a trail system behind it. That's the Boise River that goes along the trail system. And then that door that leads to the primary suite. So if this was mine, I'd probably put a hot tub right here. But then you'd have it looking out of the dining room. So Rachel would probably make me put it over there or over here. I'm not sure, but you have your gas hookup right there, which is for your barbecues. But you have your giant sliding windows, massive covered patio, and you got outlets out here. You have your hose bib out here, fireplace, gas fireplace, and your outlets with the internet. And there's an intranet portal in there. So it looks like it's wired up for fiber, which is really nice. And then you have your other side with another gate, and you can see they're building another house. And unlike the last house, all of these yards are fully landscaped and the fences are already in. So this is house number 1, 3.5 suites plus the office. You're on the Boise River. You have the beautiful backyard plus the green space. Everything in this house is custom built. It's a custom built spec house. At this moment, it is available. I'd love to hear what you think about the price. I'm gonna tell you that here in a minute. But before I do that, I'm gonna cruise over to house number 2 and show you a house that's in another community right next door. So it's got some different amenities, different features, but it has views from all throughout the house, and it is an absolute stunner. So let's get over to house number 2 right now. All right, I am now down at Bald Eagle Point in front of house number 2 right behind me. This house is 2 levels, nearly 5,000 square feet, 6 bed, 6.5 bath, on the water. And this community, Bald Eagle Point, is kind of like a micro Riverbound where I just was. They have the pool, and it's a lot smaller than Riverbound. So if you're looking for something a little bit smaller, this is it. These are 2 of the top communities inside of all of Eagle. So without further ado, I'm gonna spin the camera around and walk you through this house. So you'll see all of the neighbors' homes are beautiful. This community is still under development, so they're still working on landscaping. But if you see this home, you got the German schmear, you got the 2-car garage, the bay, and you'll also notice that this driveway is massive. So if you have a big truck like I do, guess what? You're gonna be able to pull it in. So you see the dramatic front of this home, and the entryway is something that you're not gonna see everywhere. This is Idaho living at its finest right here in the high desert. All right, so before I go through house tour number 2, it's extremely important to understand where we are. And I know you don't want to miss house tour number 2 because this is a house that you've never seen before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the map. I'm gonna discuss some school stuff. I'm gonna discuss some community stuff. I'm also gonna tell you about some unrevealed secret developments that are coming out as well. And I'm going to show you guys how you guys can get on our list. That way we can build you custom home tours and also get you in early when any of these houses are popping up. So I'm going to pull up the map right now and walk you through this. So this is a high level view of the Treasure Valley. And if I zoom out the map, you guys will see how the configuration is for the rest of the world. And I'm going to zoom right in on the Boise market, the Treasure Valley per se. So if you look down here, this gray patch, this is the airport. Now, the one thing that we ask all of our clients, if you are relocating here, is that you reach out to us well in advance. It doesn't matter if you're 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years out. Even if you're just testing the grounds, the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people fly into Boise here, and then they'll drive out to Avamore, which is way out here, and then they'll call us up and they'll be like, hey, we flew into Boise to look at homes. We thought we were really gonna move to Avamore. We realized it wasn't for us, so now we're scrambling on where to go. And then they're like, we even thought maybe we could drive out to Valor and take a look at Falcon Crest Golf Club living. Well, from Avamore to Falcon Crest is over an hour drive. So trust me, when you want to do your recon and research mission, all you have to do is reach out and give us a call or shoot us a text or send us an email, and we'll gladly make sure that we put together the trip for you so you have the most success. And if you end up not ever working with us, it is perfectly fine. We do not mind. This is what we do. And if there's one other thing that you can do to help us out right now is just hit the like button. The reason why is because the more likes we get and the more comments we get, the more it shares with people that we can help. So if you want to help us and help other people, that is one way to do it. So I-84 runs east to west in the Treasure Valley. This is the main freeway that most people know about. East to west, it goes all the way to Portland. Now, the main roads that go north and south here is Highway 55, aka Eagle Road. The only time we call it 55 typically is when it's off of state. So if someone mentions 55, it's typically this stretch here. So out here, you got Avamore, Hidden Springs, and Dry Creek Ranch. If you've heard of either three of those and you want me to do a home tour on those communities, I would be glad to do so. Just drop a comment down below of which one you want me to do, and I'll get after that sooner than later, because I do have it slated, but it's not going to come till later in the summer. Now, I already mentioned State Street, which is Highway 44, and it runs east to west. And then you have Eagle Road, which we already mentioned. You got Linder Road. These are the main thoroughfares. And then you have Highway 16. This just dead stops right here. And this is actually going to be a continuation of a highway all the way down to I-84. Now, why this is important to you is because Riverstone is located right here. If I scan it in enough, Riverstone, boom. And then you have Bald Eagle Point. Like I mentioned, it's on the cusp of Star and Eagle. So Eagle starts right here. There's actually a sign over here that says welcome to Star. So you'd actually think maybe it starts back here. Now, you've heard us talk in some other videos about Legacy, and I'm just trying to give you guys some anchor points so you know where we are. Legacy is right across the street right here. So Legacy is a beautiful golf course community. Now, the one thing is we're actually just closing on another house right up here, and they have Eagle Elementary, Eagle High School, and Star Junior High. So the schools all kind of cross over in here. The good news is about these two developments, Riverstone and Bald Eagle Point, is they go to all three Eagle schools. So you have Eagle High, Eagle Junior, and Eagle Hills Elementary. So that's great. Now, I already talked about how close it was to Costco when I was doing the home tour. Costco is literally right here. So you get on the highway, cruise down 16, right onto Chinden, and boom, you got Costco. Right behind Costco, you got Walmart. You got Winco, you got Fred Meyer's, you got a lot of great shopping right in here. But down 10 Mile, guess what they just opened right here? Scheels and Grocery Outlet. So if you're a Scheels person or you like Grocery Outlet, you're gonna have direct access right down 10 Mile and in Albertsons to all of that. But if you're wondering where you go on dates with the spouse, you go right over here to Crave. You got Crave, you got Stella's, and you got the movie theater. And you can also cruise up north here to Old Town Eagle. So Old Town Eagle is one of those downtowns that is very old, kind of quaint. I'd say there's a couple restaurants and bars. They got Gem State Brewing, which just opened up. They got Spitfire Tacos. They got a lot of great things. So if you're looking for those date spots, that's where you're going to probably end up going. But getting back to the communities, I really like Bald Eagle Point and Riverstone for a couple things. Bald Eagle Point is actually right near Eagle Island State Park. So the thing about Eagle Island State Park too is you can get on the green belt and ride your bike all the way down to Boise. So Bald Eagle Point is a community of 45 houses, and I would say probably 90% of those homes have water views. So I'm going to give away the price of this house a little bit. The minimal cost for a house in Bald Eagle Point is $1 million, and then it goes up from there. It's also adjacent the Moon Valley Estates, which are all acreage estates of 5 acres, and these houses are absolutely immaculate. But the one thing that's a super secret that we can keep between us girls is that right behind Eagle Point, they're building a new development called Adventure. I think that's the name, but I saw it today. I saw the sign. Nothing has been released. So if you are interested in getting on that interest list, all you have to do is reach out and give us a call, and we'll make sure that you are one of the first ones to know, maybe even get a lot reservation. But Bald Eagle Point, I'd say, is about 70% sold out. There was still some waterfront view lots still available, and they're going to be building in there for a while with that new development. They also have 13 acres of wildlife preserve land. And like I said, they've got a lot of trails in there, and it's right on the Boise River. So it's a great community. The HOA fees in there every month are $166. Now that gets you your pool, that gets you your playground, that gets you your pickleball court. The common areas are all maintained, which they do have a lot of great common areas. They got those ponds in there. And I think that the Bald Eagle Point development is probably one of the most desired communities that we get called on, next to like Legacy, Valor, and a couple of the other big ones. They're also building a massive development down in Star that's going to have thousands of homes. It's going to have a big giant PGA golf course. And I'm just telling you guys right now, this area is exploding. And I don't have a magic 8 ball to shake and see what the home values are going to be, but I can tell you that the home values have consistently kept going up. And people keep saying online, and I see the comments of people saying that the market here is going to crash and there's all this shadow inventory. These builders here are so underbuilt. So if I can't even hardly get into any of these homes to film home tours, because as soon as they get one on the market, it's boom, it's off the market. And some of these builders don't even stage the homes anymore, but that's neither here nor there. So let's talk a little bit about Riverstone. And like I said, it's literally like a half a mile down the river, right? Both of these communities butt right up to the Moon Valley Estates, but Riverstone has 267 homes. 103 are waterfront properties, and the lot sizes are 5,000 square feet up to 1 acre. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned that about Bald Eagle Point, but the lot sizes of Bald Eagle Point were a 1/4 acre to roughly almost 1 acre. Inside of Riverstone, it's all multiple builders. So you're going to have people in there like Tresidio, Biltmore Homes, Highland Homes, a lot of different builders. But if you look at Riverstone's plat map here, you'll see that they have multiple ponds. So they have pond 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is where the pool is. The pool is amazing. And then they have this massive lake. So if we're looking at this from the map, this would be State, and this would be Highway 16. And so in here, you also have a big sandy beach. So in here, you got a dock, sandy beach, and then you can go stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, fishing. There's a lot of recreation. This location for outdoor recreation is amazing because you got the Boise River. There's actually an area over here off of the Linder Road that you can pull over. They got bathrooms. You can go down there, go fishing. And then you got Eagle Island State Park, and you got Thunderbird Raceway out here towards Emmett. You also got tons of areas you can go dirt bike riding in BLM land. Me and my friends love to go shooting, so we'll just cruise out here, and there's lots of places you can go. But as far as location goes, I think this is one of the best spots you could live in. If you're looking to move to Eagle, a lot of people say, oh, I want to live in North Eagle. This is where they're talking about right in here, which is typically like Legacy, Bald Eagle Point, so on and so forth. And one last reminder, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do that. That gets out to more people, and we just absolutely love helping people. So with that said, let's get back into house number 2. And when I walk into this door, what's the first thing I notice? Dramatically high ceilings. Those are probably 25 feet, and that staircase with the catwalk. And the floor plan of this home is really built to have 2 floors of living. Upstairs, you got 4 beds, 4 bath, and downstairs you have 2 full suites and an office. So let me cruise straight in to the kitchen so that way we can get our configuration going here. So you'll see right away, you got the living room right to the left here. You got big, tall, sweeping, high ceilings. You got the built-ins right here, which is really nice for your games and books. And then you got the full height fireplace going. And when I turn around, you got the kitchen. Everyone's favorite thing is the kitchen. So the thing that I noticed right off the bat about this kitchen is this massive island. Look at that. That's 6 place settings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And something that I love showing you guys every time I walk you through these homes are what are things that I notice. I notice the storage right off the bat. Boom, there's cabinets underneath that entire island. So you're gonna pick up a lot of additional cabinet space, which is really nice. And behind this kitchen, I'll show you in a minute, is a secondary prep kitchen, which is really cool. And that's the mud bay right there, mud room. And we got the walk-in pantry. Nothing really to see here. But what are some things I notice off at the gate that are different in this kitchen about the other one? Well, the first thing I notice is it's got my favorite single bowl sink, and they got the drain in the middle as well, just like the last home. The stainless steel finishes are very similar, but they have a different configuration with the oven. This has the 6-top burner, which I really like, and I can appreciate that. However, they got the oven set up here with the burners and a second oven over there with the microwave above it. Like I was referencing last time, I really enjoy it when the microwave is below the countertop line, like right here. Comment down in the box right now, what do you guys prefer? The oven set up like this or house number 1 setup? The other thing I noticed right off the bat is the cabinet height. All the way to the ceiling and you have those additional uppers on these cabinets. They've also got the beautiful range hood, which is built in to match the cabinets. This house only looks like it has one dishwasher, and the pullouts they don't have the spice racks and they don't have the utensil drawers, but they do have the soft close, which is expected at this price point of home. And they have the massive drawers where you can put a lot of pots and pans. Like the other house had the sheet pan cupboard door, you'd put your sheet pans right there below that oven. So I do like the other way better, but I'm just getting really picky right now. This is all quartz countertops, all custom built cabinets. Also, they got the two-tone, they got the white, then they got the gray, then they have the gray, and then they have the white over here for the cabinetry. So what's your guys' thoughts? You guys like that two-tone? I do. Before I go any further and show you guys the outside, I'm gonna spin you around here behind the kitchen and show you the prep kitchen. What do you guys think of this prep kitchen? I think it's spectacular. You got the wine fridge, sink, and gas top stove right here. So you could be prepping out here and then cooking in the kitchen or vice versa. The thing I think this is missing, and I'd love to get you guys' takeaway, is, and this is just me being really picky, is a dishwasher and a full-size fridge. Like, I get the wine fridge, but I do feel that this room is really nicely utilized, but I do think that we could have added a couple more features to really spruce it up. However, I'd love to get you guys' comments down in the comment box. That through there is the garage, which I'll go out there in a second, but this is your second suite on the main floor. So if I came through here, you'll see the suite, you got the bathroom, the shower, the toilet, and the walk-in closet. And then out this side, guess what you got there? Your beautiful pond views. So let me walk through this pantry, or this second kitchen, prep kitchen, and show you guys the garage really quick, because this garage is massive. So you have the RV bay over here, which is really, really tall. Now I'm gonna show you guys something in a second. There's no door on that side, and you'll see out on the pond, almost every other house has a door, which is to drive their lawnmowers through directly to the back, and also entertain out here when the weather isn't really that nice. But you'll see over there, you got your 30 amp plug, you got your double panels, and the epoxied floor, which is really nice. So let's go back into the house. I just came right in through the mud room, and I'm gonna pop right back out into the kitchen so I can take you outside and show you what this backyard and beautiful views look like. The sky is crystal clear blue. You can see the foothills, you can see the butte. You got all sorts of goodies going on. In this backyard, once again, you're paying for the space, and this is a 1/3 lot acre. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little bunch of ducks down there. And actually, just a few minutes ago, I did see, you can see the ducks right there. I did see some fish jumping. So you got some fish, you got some ducks, and I'm sure you see all sorts of different wildlife, but you'll see in that house right there, they got the RV bay with the going back to the back side of the house. You got the doors there, you got the doors there. So most of the houses have the garage door that leaks to the backyard, where this house doesn't. I don't know why they didn't do that. Probably cost savings a little bit. But what do you guys think? You guys like this setup? It's huge back here. And then the width of that patio is at least 40 feet. And then you have the second balcony upstairs, which I'm gonna show you here in a minute. But when you cruise over here and look at this gas fireplace, you'll notice that they also have the outlets and the intranet port and the hard cabled port. So this house probably is wired up for fiber as well, which everyone can appreciate. And you got some outlets out there and a gas stub right there. So cruising back into the house, you'll see that they got the hardwood floors. And the other thing I didn't mention is that they got this full sliding door that goes all the way back, which who doesn't want to open up their door in the beautiful months and enjoy that fresh air, right? So I'm gonna cruise over here, go through the office. You got the cased windows, really high 10-foot ceilings through here. Your powder bath right there on the right. And then this is suite number 1 down on the main floor. So I said before the one over behind the kitchen was suite number 2. This is suite number 1. You got the walk-in closets, and you guys, this is just floor number 1. This is crazy. You could really have 2 generations of living in this house, maybe even 3. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly how that's gonna work right now when I go up the stairs, because as soon as I go up to the top of the stairs, you'll see that massive extra living space, which in my opinion is probably set up, I would probably set this up as a movie room or a bonus. And they even have a wet bar in here. So you have another wine fridge, sink, and the only thing missing is a dishwasher. So a little dishwasher would be really nice up here. Maybe a fridge with an ice maker as well. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Spin around. This is huge. This is probably 25 by 25 squares, 25 feet by 25 foot square. And you come right out here to the patio with the beautiful views. It does not get any better than this. If I were to zoom in out there, you'll see the foothills and the butte. You'll still see some snow up on the mountains. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. And the ducks flying away. Wouldn't you love seeing that every morning? I know I would. And that second slider goes to the primary. So, let's go back inside. Shut the door. And go down the hall. So the configuration up here is laundry room dead ahead. You got 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, primary. So this bedroom here, we don't need to go in here, but that's another entire suite. I guess I'll just show you really quick. You can see what the bathrooms look like up here. And then the other 2 bonus rooms down there look exactly the same. So let's show you right here. You got these 2 extra rooms right here. And you have this is like suite number 5. And then you got the 6th bedroom right here. Nice built-ins. And then this is the bathroom that the guests would use and that bedroom. So essentially, they didn't put a 6th suite in that bedroom there because they got that bathroom sitting right next to it. And then the laundry room, which I'll show you, is connected to the primary suite. So let's go in through the front of the primary, because I think this primary is just insane. So when I come into the primary, you'll see it is huge. This thing is at least 18 by 20. You got the king bed, you got the nice layout with the patio out to the views again. And if I own this house, you guys all know what I would put out here. If somebody said hot tub, you nailed it. You could put a hot tub out there very easily and then you'd be looking at your views. I mean, those houses out there are beautiful. What do you guys think the price is on those? I like that one right there on the right. So let's go into the primary bath, because inside of here, there's something really unique and cool. So we come right into the primary bathroom, and you have right out of the gate on the left, you have the his side and you have the her side. How do I know this is the her side? Once again, they got the makeup counter there, and they do have the deep bowl drawers, which anyone with hair care product would appreciate that. And they got the extra drawer down below. And the bathtub, the soaker tub with the views. How could you imagine waking up every morning, or going to take a bath at night, sitting in that tub, and our daylight stays light until 10 o'clock in the summertime. So when I sit at night, seeing the sunsets out here, no brainer. So there's one thing, excuse me, there's one thing that I could pick a bone with every builder in Idaho about this. Some builders do it that one way and some builders do it this way. And what is that? It's the shower door. This house does not have a glass shower door on that primary shower entrance. It drives me crazy. The reason why is because in the colder months, air flows through the house, and when you're taking a hot shower, it just sucks all the warm air out. So at our house, we don't have a door, so we have a drape on there. So this one does not have that. So I don't know, comment down below whether or not you need a glass shower door or not, or if you're just cool with a drape. But the one thing they did do that I really appreciate is they put the shower valves right here in the entryway of the shower. So that way you don't get soaked when you go in there and turn them on, because the shower head is over there. So you'll see it's down the shower there, and then there's the second one. So it's double shower head. They put the valves right at the entrance, and then they put the towel hooks right here. If this was my house and I was custom building this house, I would have put my towel hooks in here on the wall or against this wall here. That's just my own preference. I would have put the door in, that's my own preference. But I'm gonna show you something really cool that they did that I probably never would have thought of. And that was putting in a little cafe station. So that right there is a cafe station that they built for this house, and it is really cool. So you got your cabinets down there, your little coffee making area, and then more cabinets up top. Now, I'm gonna show you guys the biggest primary closet I have ever seen in my life. This closet is so big, you could play a game of football in here. Now I want you just to look around and see how many built-ins are in here and sections there are. So there's 3 here, there's 1 section there, section 5, 6, 7 sections of shelves. You got all the racks all the way around. And then you have this big open space here with more racks. So going into the laundry room, you come right off the back of the master suite, just like the other house, and you come right into the laundry. So you have the sink, cabinets, and what is this bathroom missing that the other house had? And this is just my own preference once again, is a bar. Usually you see a bar across the top there, but what has happened over time is sometimes people hang up a sweater over the laundry sink, it falls down, it hits the faucet turns on, the sweater falls in the sink and it overflows, and then you got a flooded house. That's happened to multiple people that we know of. So I think the reason they didn't put the hanger in here is because they don't have space, but also right through the primary closet suite, boom, right there, you got the hangers right there. So I think that's probably why they didn't do it. So what do you guys think of house number 2? I personally think this house is massive. I think this house defines a lot of high desert living here in Eagle, Idaho, coming in at right underneath 5,000 square feet. This is typically what you're gonna see. And this house has a lot of the bells and whistles. Some of the features are different than house number 1, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you guys out to the truck and I'm gonna pull up the pricing sheet and show you guys the differences between 3,000 square feet in house number 1 and 5,000 feet in house number 2. Also remember, both of them are on the water. House number 1 was on the river. House number 2 here is on the pond. There's some pros and cons of each. There's some give and takes of each. You know, to each his own. Rachel and I tried to really give 2 houses that would lend its hand to multiple different people's taste per se. So let's go out to the truck. Let's talk price. Before I do it, I'd love to hear what you guys think, but let's get into the truck and let's see some pricing. All right, I am back in the truck and I'm going to show you guys the pricing and the taxes. But before I do, I just want to say, do you now understand why so many people relocate to Eagle, Idaho, and these 2 communities, RIVERSTONE and Bald Eagle Point? It is an absolute stunning community and the homes are stunning. However, if you love the home, but you don't love the community, no problem. We can help you find a home that are similar to these in a different community. And if you love the community, but you don't love the home, we can help you with that as well. That's why we always ask that the first thing you do is reach out to us, because we need to set up that research and recon mission if you're thinking about coming out to take a look, and we can walk you through those steps and how we do that. Now, if you're local or if you're thinking about selling a home, we can help you with your real estate needs as well. You just got to reach out and give us a call. So without further ado, let's talk about pricing and taxes. The pricing on house number 1, that house is 2,896 square feet. It's 3 beds plus an office. All 3 rooms had an ensuite. It had the beautiful overhang, the beautiful backyard on the river next to the pond, had the big RV garage. The community is spectacular. Both communities are spectacular, but RIVERSTONE is really nice. It has a little bit bigger pool area, more ponds, that type of thing. 1/4 acre lot home. That house is priced at $1,589,000. I think that house is absolutely spectacular, and I would personally live in that house any day of the week. Now, the taxes on that home, it's always going to come down to whether or not you claim homestead exemption and whether or not you disclose the price to your home. Right now, the taxes on that house are not listed because the house is a spec home. Now, what my guess is that when that house is assessed, the taxes are going to be probably around $8,000. Now, it's going to, if you claim homestead exemption, you're going to get the $125,000 off the assessed value, and you're going to, and it's going to be based on what you disclose. So in Idaho, you don't have to disclose the purchase price. So if you don't disclose the purchase price, they're going to, on new construction, typically assess the value at the list price, which nobody wants that. So I did that once and I got hammered. And then the next year, my taxes went down 50%. So I personally, on new construction or even new purchases, I just say disclose it the first year. So let's shift gears over to house number 2. House number 2 is stunning as well. 4,792 square feet. Probably a different situation because it's 2 levels. 6 beds, 6.5 bath. It had the double prep area for the kitchen. It had the 2 levels of living space. It too had massive amounts of en-suites, right? All bedrooms except for one. Had that cool coffee area in the primary suite bathroom. The 2 covered porches. That house was priced at $1,699,000. And the taxes on that house, very similar, right around that $8,000 mark. So where I'm from, those taxes would be about $20,000 plus. So I think the tax rate is phenomenal. So if you are interested at either of these locations or the homes, right now they are available. There's plenty more new construction in these communities in case they sell. But we hope you guys enjoyed today's tour, and we'll see you guys on the next one. And until next time, be blessed.